wrapped up in my sleeping bag, looking out the window at Aaron's house as the sun is beginning to creep over the horizon. And the trees are silhouetted black against the emerging blue sky with the fading stars up in the sky. And I think to myself how much I hate Aaron because he's got it fucking made with this fantastic house of his, this nice little piece of property tucked away out in the backwoods of South Dakota. God, I fucking hate him. I hope he dies. I hope he dies of syphilis. You piece of shit.
So I know a lot of you are under the mistaken falsehood that Gen X is somehow cool. Gen X is probably the ones who will, how long are you going to blame the boomers, right? Isn't Gen X a little bit in charge here? You want to look at who are the biggest proponents of woke and DEI in corporate America and the government. It'd be Gen X. They're I would say not as equally asleep at the wheel as baby boomers, but I was with them. I was there 3,000 years ago. And what was really popular in the 80s and the 90s, because popular, said the low IQ conformist, slaughterable sheep. It was really edgy to be anti-American, right? And I don't mean and like let's burn it down. I mean the high schoolers would always be like, in Europe, X, Y, and Z. It's like what? But they have better bread. Just want to let you know that. Over in Europe, they're just more cultured. A lot of times this came from the sanctimonious, pretentious assholes in the Paris Club, which were all women because they wanted Paris. Same idiots that watched Sex in the City and now are miserable barren spinsters. But also it was edgy. Like, yeah, you could burn the flag. America's not perfect, And they did that because it's the destruction principle. It is easier to claim something that is not evil is evil and therefore destroy it than it is to build something that is authentically good. Right? I'll say it again. It is easy. First, it's easier to destroy something than to build something. Quality. And when you're a lazy leftist piece of shit, you say, well, do I want to work hard, become whatever, an engineer or start a business? Or do I want to say, well, that thing, that institution or that whatever group, that thing that's been good forever and, as probably innocuous, we're going to vilify that and take it down. Boy Scouts of America, perfect example. Pretty apolitical, Boy Scouts of America. Oh, they're not letting go thing. I'm going to lead a crusade and jerk off to myself. Become a crusader. Jessica and Jason Christ of the suburbs, right? So instead of actually working hard and becoming something, accomplished, it's ooh, look at me. I'm against current popular thing because I'm so edgy. Same exact thing with low IQ fucking worthless people who just go get a shit ton of tattoos and random hair color and piercings. Show me their resume. You're not going to see any accomplishment. You're not going to see a degree in accounting or 10 years in the military. You're just going to see some liberal arts majoring fuck who lives at home and has shit experience. Just shit. You're going to see a low quality human. So it has been, this has been going on since I was a teen. And we're talking more than 30 years, 35 years. Where the early beginnings of the left in my generation, the cool, edgy high school kids who listened to their fucking liberal teaching. The first Iraq war, they're the first ones like, I'm prepared to the children. Those assholes. Yeah, well, now they're full-fledged they've been christened official Democrats. And in order to do that, you got to suck the blood out of somebody else and put it in yourself. Yeah, someone else's work, man. I live off that shit, said the parasite. So for 35 years, the left, since I've been around in my generation at least, they were anti-US. Because the US at one time, you don't get successful like that. It'd be like being anti-Singapore. You don't get success. You don't have wealth if you disobey the laws of reality. And the U.S., I mean, it's not like there's anything morally great about the United States or Singapore or Hong Kong. It's like, no, they just made the right decision. They made empirical reality-based decisions. And so when you're like, oh, we're going to be against that, we're going to be edgy, well, and then you kind of go to shit. So because they were anti-reality, anti-work, anti-laws of physics, anti-laws of economics, they had to burn the U.S. flag. They had to be anti-U.S. And for the longest time, tell me, all the protests you've seen coming from the left, right? Starting whether or not it was high school all the way, there ain't no U.S. flags, right? If anything, they burn it. There's the Palestine flag, there's the gay flag, there's the trans flag, there's communist socialist type of flags, there's the feminist flags, there's some kind of flag with the BLM flag, right? There's no U.S. flag. So then riddle me this, riddle me that, Batman. Why the fuck are you Democrats, or why were you fucking Democrats flying U.S. flags at the No Kings rally? And it should tell you everything you know about these rallies. I mean, yeah, okay. Bunch of unemployed, worthless people showed up. Great. Congratulations. You paid a bunch of boomers to show up on buses. Why the U.S. flags now? Let me be very clear about you Democrats, whether you're the naive, well-intended, dopey Democrat or the conscious Democrat. You are anti-American. Not in as so far as anti-American, but you are anti-reality. You're anti-production. You're anti-economic growth. You are parasitic. For the longest time, you didn't have the U.S. flags. You probably burned them. You hate this country. You'll never move from it. And now you have the U.S. flags. You know what this is? This is branding. This is marketing. Have you noticed how all your social media has all the fucking, well, governors, Democrat governors, and then a bunch of fucking no names I never heard of? I guarantee you, Elon, you got to look into this, man. Still to this day, I'm getting flooded with Democrat accounts that have 100,000 plus subscribers. I'm going to press D for doubt, right? It isn't Gavin Newsom or Governor Walz or Governor Pritzker tweeting this shit out. That's not them. It's their PR team. It was a big, that alone, the big media push, the big PR campaign that came out, that was all done on purpose, which I understand. You do want people to show up to your rally. But this was marketing. And I guarantee you, they said, you better start flying those red, white, and blues. You better start flying the American flag. And to that, I say, since when? Since when? You hate this country. You hate what it was founded on. You hate the people that founded it. You hate the people and the producers that you parasite off of. You hate this country. You are the anti-American company or political party. Maybe way back in the day when you were for work, when you're for American jobs, but you are a Marxist, internationalist, globalist, trust-some baby, nepo baby, parasitic party. That's what you're. You're for division. You are for you are anti-excellence. You are anti-good. You're the party of jealousy, envy. You are against the individual. You are for the commune. You are for enslaving other people to pay for your fucking shit and bail you out of your mistakes. Objectively, you're a fucking scum party. You're parasitic. All right. But you are not American. And you haven't been in a long time. And now you're out there flying the red, white, and blue. The fuck out of here. And for those of you with an IQ above 104 on a good day, all right, I'm hoping you realize this. I'm hoping you realize that that was done on purpose. That was a conscious choice. It is a rebranding. All right, a month ago, they were celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, right? And the official Democrat politicians were painfully having to disavow. Deep down inside, they were all like watching the video and masturbating to it. They probably were, right? Pritzker, Waltz, and Newsom got there. Hey, you want to have a three-way jerk off and watch Charlie Kirk get assassinated? They probably sat there in their private lounge like, oh my God, it's amazing. Deep down inside, most of them were happy that Charlie Kirk died. Only the professional politicians had to disavow that shit. Not a single one of them was maybe Fetterman. Maybe there was a Democrat out there that cared. The rest of them, they fucking hate you. They hate this country. Why? It is fake. It's like me flying the communist flag or something that I completely disagree with. And it should show you just what bullshit that whole protest was. It was for a bunch of the parasites, the people who don't work, the retired people who got nothing else to do. It was for the nonprofit industrial complex to go and bust some people in. It's for a bunch of aggrieved people who don't know anything except government should take care of me. It was all a PR campaign. I think it's a little outdated. I think the younger generation is online. Like, if it doesn't happen online, it doesn't happen. Like, how many people? It was boomer-esque in that way, and that was analog. It happened in the real world, and no one cared. Oh, what are you protesting against now? You're protesting you got to work. You're protesting you got to follow laws, and now you're flying the American flag. That is as authentic as me. What is it? Stolen valor. Like, if I were to dress up in a military uniform and claim I was part of the United States military, Army, Air Force, doesn't matter. You claiming to be for America, get the fuck out of here. Fly your fucking communist flag. Fly, if you want to be more pro the Democratic Socialist Party flag. Fly a big flag with the blue D on it, or the various subcategories of your group, whether it's a feminist symbol on a pink flag, or a fist, whether it's Marxist or BLM flag. Go fly those flags. All right, that's honest at least. Don't fly the American flag. What the fuck you people going to do? What are you going to do? I'm trying to talk to you sheep who might be waking up finally. Hey, I did everything my Democrat teachers and media and parents told me to do. My life sucks. Hey, I'm the 5th generation of poor, disadvantaged minority group of people. Hey, I'm a girl boss. I still don't make as much as men. Man, something's not right. I'm talking to you people who might be, wait a minute. Wait, the party that said free shit and cupcakes and ice cream and unicorn farts for everybody, that wasn't based in the real world, and I've wasted all my fucking youth following them? Now they're flying the U.S. flag, and well, they're for the U.S. See the flag? I'm talking to people who might be able to, salvage the rest of your life, or you're a young person like, well, I don't want to be a fuck. Really? Let me ask you, have you seen aside from Nepo babies, right? Aside from people who inherited it, trust fund, do you know happy, successful Democrats? I'm not saying all the Republicans are wealthy doing backflips and drinking champagne at the fountain, but do you know any happy, successful Democrat? Older, who followed all the advice and did it all? I don't care how you feel about it. All I want to point out is who's successful. What's their track record? How successful are they? And forget money. How many of them are happy? Some of the most successful Democrats are fucking miserable all the time. Oh, they're flying the flag. Oh, that's good. It's like, for the human fun. Oh, I'm for the children. Well, who's against them? Good God. I just want to point that out. This was theater, guys. All it was theater. The Democrats realized they've been anti-America for so long, and their policies have failed many people they could reliably trust on, like veritable slaves, to go vote for them. And these people leave the plantation. Literally a month ago. Well, look who got killed. Now, red, white, and blue, America. Yeah, America. Are they going to give up importing illegal aliens? Are you going to give that up? I bet you they aren't. This is like a single mom with 6 different baby daddies and 8 different children, like gussying herself up and now like being the trad wife. Oh no, I want to stay at home and I want to take care of my husband. No, you were a fucking party girl slut. The fuck out of here. They're hoping America's like the simple. Oh, I'll say they're flying the red, white, and blue. They're the American part. See? I knew they were for the little people. You dumbasses are going to fall for that free shit with no consequences thing. You're going to fall for that all. Just a good old Charlie Brown and Lucy with the football. You're going to fall for it. Right, New York, you're going to vote in the terrorist communist, right? You're going to vote in that guy. Let's see how, okay. All right, let me know. You're going to try to kick that football again, huh? I wonder if New Yorkers are going to remain poor. I wonder. Link below is my book, Enjoy the Decline, Accepting Living with the Death of the United States. We got here's a couple super chats. Cyberbully, $5. There was a massive No Kings protest in my suburb. People were insufferable. It was hippie boomers and unmarried 28-year-old women. Right. That's it. Look, I think there are legitimate people. If you went into the inner city, right, major metros, I guarantee you most of the people there were authentically there. But why were they authentically? Because they're wards of the Democrat Party. They're the unemployed. They had nothing else to do, and that was their livelihood. Like other people's money, that's why they protest. They don't. I guarantee that it's not even the concept of maybe you ought to go work for a living. Housing's a human right. Food's a human right. This is a human right. Said the Democrat person, so I'm going to sit on my ass. So I could understand being raised in that environment that you would go protest. But make no mistake about it. Like the other half are retired boomers who are bored out of their mind. They may not be Democrats. They're bored out of their mind. Or they are like authentic boomers and they just hate their children and grandchildren in America. And this is their last 1960. And yes, surprise, spinsters and single women are for the state. Wow. I thank God I'm in my sitting down chair. I almost fell down. Thank God I'm here. Reen, $10. Christians are right. Most humans need a God. It's true. Yeah. Unfortunately, these people's gods have become BS ideas in politics. Absolutely. Do women have a bigger God than feminism? No, they don't. Not in this country. Most humans have to have some kind of God. Now it's the God of popularity. Yes, I would say the God of popularity is even more important, or is the like a multi-deity. What is it? Mono-deity or mono something? And then previous religions had Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, one God. I think even Buddhism, but that's more philosophy. Anyway, but before that, the Greeks had tons of gods. I think the main god, like the Zeus of all the other gods that rules all the other gods, is popularity. And from that comes communism, feminism, traitism, identity politics, environmentalism, all that. They're sub-gods. But the main one is to be popular, to virtue signal. I'm for the good thing. I'm for the popular thing. Think popular, make go boom. See, I'm against that guy over there because he has more than the rest of you. I argue we take his money for now popular. Now accept me. I'm popular. But good observation there, Reen. Space Cowboy, $5. If Democrats put in as much effort into making America better instead of destroying it, America would be close to perfect. Exactly. It's the classic saying, lazy people work twice as hard. I'm not kidding. Look, if you left us, you went and you protested and you flew and you did this and you did that. Dude, you guys, how many, really, if it's impressive how many people they got. What was it, like 2, 3 million, 5 million? I mean, the stats, if you ask the Democrats, 80 million, shut the fuck up. Multiple millions of people. What if you all just went and fixed up everybody's house? What if you cleaned your shitty cities? Here, sit down, Democrats. What if you didn't commit crime and you stopped having kids you couldn't afford? What would happen? More so like the lifelong professional protesters. Like, dude, if you had just spent that time working as let's say an 18-year program as a dental hygienist, right? You don't have to go to school for 4 years as an X-ray tech, right? You'd have money. You wouldn't be poor. Look at panhandlers. Like, okay, buddy, I see you're sitting there doing nothing. Like, you could be working security and making more money. Or you also sit and do nothing. It's just has to be at night. To the chickens, $2. Didn't George Soros get caught paying for? Oh no, he paid for it. Yeah, they all pay. Yes, caught. Of course it's bought and paid. What do you think? Did you see those stupid Burger King crowns that the old people had in their wheelchairs? You think the placards that are printed off and they're standard, you think that they said, hey, everybody, let's use this. Arcadia, our Ashkenazi Jewish agent in the field, $20 generous dollars. This begs the question, what was the last actual genuine non-Soros infused protest we had in this country? Probably J6. Probably. I'm sure there's some authentic. Would it be? Well, it probably wouldn't be Occupy Wall Street. I think it's very much like the media because these protesters in the nonprofit protesting machine or industry, whatever you want to call it, it's as authentic as the media. And young people, especially young people, are starting to realize it's bullshit. I don't mean they're going to go vote Republican or say, hey, this balanced budget thing's pretty important to the value of the dollar. But people don't believe CNN anymore. They don't believe Fox News anymore. They certainly don't believe NPR and the BBC. And they're not like, oh yeah, are boomers protesting? They're ignoring them because it's fake. It is fake. It's professional route. Why would I? Mark Magana, a real estate agent in the field, $5. Great moments in Democrat history: pro-slavery, opposed Reconstruction, anti-civil rights for 80 years, forced relocation of Indians. The list goes on. Yeah, but that would require you understand and study and know history. Chad Twizzler's stroke, $5. Just sit back and enjoy some ice cream and a cigar and watch these inferiors. Exactly. Thank you, Chad. You know what I did that? What did I do that? Was that yesterday? No, yesterday was sports ball. That was a different group of sheep. Saturday was the protest, right? Fuck did I do Saturday? Was it cold that day? I know I played Yakuza Infinite Wealth, which is a fun game. I had fun. I didn't get worked up about nothing. I think I moved rocks around. I did some landscaping. I know I got on with my life. But yeah, listen to me. I know you don't like these people voting to take your money. That's what the Democrat and any left-leaning socialist party is. They want to enslave other people to pay for their constituent shit. That's it. At the end of the day. But Aaron, poor child, don't give a shit. Not my child. But Aaron, poor me. You're you. Am I asking you for money? Fuck off. I owe you and your children, your family, and your friends nothing. Just as you owe me nothing. But that's a different philosophical principle. When you look at what these guys, listen to me. I've seen these leftists my age, like, right? We're in the last stage. Gen X is entering old age now, right? And I've looked and they don't got their youth no more, especially the feminists. Dude, they are miserable. Parasites cannot live a happy life. I'm sure a lot of you guys in the black community, you see this, right? You're the one who left the reservation. You got off the plantation. You whatever, joined the military, made some of yourself, and then you go back and right, you better than me, and how come you don't give back to the community? And it's just, this group that's like, what have you done? It's like you've been in stasis. It's like not Rumpelstiltskin. Rip Van Winkle, the guy who fell asleep for 70 years, and then he didn't change, but the world around him changed. It's kind of the reverse. Like you go back and nothing's changed. Everybody's just 20 years older. It's like, what are you doing? Get out of this poverty and shit. Nope, that's it. There's their life. You go back, whatever, the trailer park, you know what I'm talking about. Just you go back, your family is shit, right? They don't do anything industrious. You go out like there's this whole world. Let's go, let's move, let's shake. And they're watching fucking Jerry Springer. Oh, that's a little bit dated. They've done nothing with their lives. Yeah, it sucks to be them. It does. And I enjoy watching. There's this asshole fucking punched me while I was teaching an economics class. I looked him up. This guy's got drug arrests, DUIs or DWIs, divorced, health problems now. Like you can't be a piece of shit. Like you can get away with it when you're younger, right? Because people still want to fuck you, or there's time to recover, or you get in student loans, or parents are helping you out, or the judicial system. But you can't be like a drug addict and going and getting in fights and being a dick into your 50s. It doesn't work. And inevitably, the real world around will you, at minimum, abandon you, if not beat the fucking shit out of you. There's your life. But you were popular. You were the cool kid, man. You were the douche that would get drunk at a fucking economics class or statistics. I forget which one it was. I mean, and that it's whether you're a feminist or you're you're obsessed about your race or your traits, right? Imagine all the straight people who fake being trans or gay to get popularity. Like look at that life. Like, holy fucking shit. They're not like Femboy Fantasia, who puts the effort. By the way, Femboy Fantasia is a guy, but he's bi. He's in our audience very regularly. But he puts in the effort. Like you look at that's a chick. That's not a chick. Wow. You got to applaud the effort. That's authentic. I'm talking straight people who are so fucking lazy. They won't go like, not be fat. That's all you have to do is not be fat. You'll find the opposite sex. Nope. I got to fake being gay or trans. So I belong to a group. Chad Twizzler stroke. Superior life typo. Chad Twizzler stroke. Watch these inferior waste of lives, knowing you're having a superior life. Yeah, that was implied. Yeah. Mark, $2 Dems also got us into most of our wars. Bad people. Did they? Did they? All right, there you guys go. Link below. Enjoy the decline, except in living with the death of the United States. Yeah, Dems, fuck you. No one's believing your shit. Go back to burning the U.S. flag. You're anti-American. It's too late. Now, you don't just get to like fly a different color flag. Say, see, we're for the thing now. Is it it's popular to be U.S. now? It's like, when you get rid of illegal aliens, you say, yeah, when you do that and you're for America, then you'll be for America. When you're for balancing the budget and stabilizing the dollar and reforming all the different welfare programs that you have had that have caused the United States to have its financial troubles, when you give up on the higher education and college education, but no carpenters, tradesmen, or mechanics, when you do, then we'll be for America. But in the meantime, you have been anti-American for almost as long as I've been alive. So go fuck yourself. And for you, Democrat, for the little people, oh my God, I wish I could slap you across your face, grab you out of your pelts, and shake you like, wake the fuck up. They are not the party of the little people. But they're for the little guy. What about the big guy? Did it occur to you the little guy is a fuck up? Oh, you mean the guy who did drugs and got a bunch of chicks pregnant and doesn't work? Oh, that little guy. That's it. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.